So now let's inspect Sirius XM's balance sheet as of September 30th, 2024. The company holds $127 million in cash against $10.726 billion in debt, resulting in a cash-to-debt shortfall of over $10.6 billion. This indicates a precarious liquidity position. With a debt-to-equity ratio of 0.99, the company is highly leveraged, meaning it relies heavily on borrowed funds. High leverage can increase financial risk, especially during economic uncertainty. Management is focusing on cautious cash management to stabilize finances post-split from Liberty Media. However, the significant debt levels heighten vulnerability to external shocks, emphasizing the need for debt reduction and improved operational efficiency. Click the video link below and watch our full analysis of Sirius XM Holdings Inc.